Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the 50 subscriber Q&A. And this is the first Q&A in this channel where I would try to answer the questions you guys left in the comments. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So Purple Guy Z2X asks, Cave Lion versus Smilodon. Um, well, it depends, like which Smilodon. Because in general, Smilodons have somewhat of an advantage when it comes to combat against modern day big cats because Smilodons had more muscles. They were more you can say front heavy and had bigger teeth without losing much of the advantage that modern day big cats had. Now, granted, if a cave lion gets a good grip on the throat or on the neck of the Smilodon, they could potentially win. However, if the Smilodon gets a grip on the cave lion's neck or the throat area, specifically the throat area, the Smilodon just wins because of how big those teeth are and how sharp they are. Simply the damage factor is just too much. So while the against something like Smilodon gracilis, which was rather small, it will be more of a fair fight. But against something like Smilodon fatalis or Smilodon populator, it's just not a fair fight. There is way higher risks for the cave lion than the Smilodon. So in this case, we have to give it to the Smilodon because the biggest ones against the biggest cave lions, unless it is like some of the recently discovered Panthera fossilis or the Mossbeck lion, maybe those guys could take on some of the bigger Smilodons because they were even bigger than Smilodons in some cases. Like I think there is one fossil that is like 900 kilograms or something. I'm not too sure about it. It's still fragmentary. But yeah, there's your answer. Okay, Pikachu P3B4P asks, Kaiju focused video when? Ah, guilty as charged. Because in the channel description, I did write about kaijus, and the channel name also has a kaiju in it. Yet I haven't made any kaiju videos yet. I probably will make one very soon, don't worry. Let me know actually what kind of kaiju videos would you like to see from this channel, because I want to do something that has not been talked about too much. I would prefer more so with the recent stuff. Maybe you guys want kaiju designs, maybe speculative kaiju ecosystems, maybe kaiju fights. Let me know which ones you guys want. Okay, this is Caleb, by the way. Thank you so much for leaving a comment, Caleb. He's the guy who does a lot of the arts for me, like especially the hybrid stuff. He made a lot of cool art for me. So Caleb's asking, so are you looking to make the channel a gig? Not in near future. Near future, I will continue to do my job. Like I have a full-time job other than YouTube. That's where I work on, and I will continue to do that for a while now. I mean, if the YouTube takes off and it becomes really big and I start earning money from it enough to sustain myself, yes, maybe as a side gig I will do this. But at the same time, I will continue to do my day job as well, which is not a day job. I actually work night shifts. So there's that. Okay, random stuff with Elijah asks me, what's your favorite animal, extinct or alive? Okay, this is complicated because there's so much to choose from. But I'm gonna break it down and give you a detailed answer. So, from the alive animals, my favorite carnivores are the top three carnivores are gonna be snow leopards, tigers, and saltwater crocodiles. Now, among the herbivores, my favorite will be elephants, I guess. I don't know. What would be the two and three of herbivores? I really like gores. They look really cool. And I really like elk. Now, in terms of extinct animals, there is so many to choose from. So, I'm gonna give you my favorite three dinosaurs and three favorite non-dinosaurs. So my favorite three dinosaurs will be Spinosaurus, big surprise. Second is Saurophaganax, or better known as Allosaurus anax. I hate the new name, by the way. Sounds like Allosaurus anus. But there's that, and a third one will be Ankylosaurus. Now, in terms of non-dinosaurian creatures that are my favorite, will go um, Smilodon populator, and the second one will be Deinosuchus hatchery, and the third one will be Paleoloxodon pneumaticus. I guess I really like elephants. Elephants are really cool. Like, when it comes to large animals, I really like them. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, Pikachu asks again, I love your content about animals. Thank you. Would you in future make content other topics? If yes, then which one? Um, okay, so I guess you mean when you say animals, you're including kaijus and dinosaurs in it. So would I make like things like content on that is not animal based? I mean, I have made one like the Dead Rails video, but I didn't do so well, so I am not too keen on that. But I will probably make one, and if yes, then which ones? I really want to make videos on what you may call it, medieval weaponry, because that's another thing I take a lot of interest in, or in general, medieval fantasy in general. I just take a lot of interest in it. So maybe a video on that will come sometime. The thing is, though, for medieval weapon demonstrations, I need to have those, which I don't. So maybe I will try to make one. I'm not too sure about it. Let me know which type of videos you guys want to see from me, because these are my areas of interest. So maybe someday. I'm not sure. But definitely I would try to branch out at some point. New contents if I find them fancy. Okay. Shadow Sparky ADC77707B asks, can you analyze all types of backrooms entity from Kane pixels? I know it seems weird for your channel cause you post only about animals, but I would like to see something you, even if you don't like my idea. Well, I like the idea. The thing is, I am not super familiar with the backroom lore, so I probably won't be able to make a video on it too well because it's not a very familiar media. And but I can try though. I will definitely keep it in mind, and maybe if I get enough knowledge on it, I will make a video on it. So thank you so much, by the way, for I guess letting me know another thing that I didn't know. So it will be a nice research, I guess. Okay, now this is from Shadow I5R6H. Can you expose myths and misinformation spread by lion glazers about lions and tigers? Oh yeah, the internet scourge lion glazers. Like there are tiger glazers too, but I mean tiger glazers are usually more, you can say, outlandish. Like their claims sometimes are a bit outlandish. But there are claims of tiger glazers saying a tiger could kill a megalodon, a tiger could kill a blue whale or something, or a T-Rex. I mean, at least a real T-Rex, not like in the similar size category. Like they were mentioning actual T-Rex versus actual tiger. So yeah, and one thing that baffles me so much about these channels, these so-called lion glazer channels, is why are they so flooded with butt pictures? Like, this is so zoophilic, okay? Like, always you go to these channels, they're either comparing butts. I recently saw one while scrolling in my phone where they were even highlighting the testicles of these animals to show that they're males. Like, can we not have these types of images? Like, And there's so many, like, oh my goodness, I don't want to look at cat butts all the time. I have a cat. I don't even want to look at its butt, let alone a wild cat's butt. So yeah, it's so annoying. And there are like lion glazers who like spread so much misinformation about like tigers, like this guy did in Discord, where he legitimately believes that a kid can stick his hand in a tiger's mouth and kill it. Like, obviously it's a made up story that, people have made up. In general, whenever you see people referencing texts like this with nothing to back it up, you know that they are not good at debating. They don't know what they're talking about, because these old texts majority of the time are basically locals messing with the foreigners. Like, that's a tradition, by the way, locals messing with the foreigners. Oh, you conquer our nations? Yeah, we will give you false stories about it so you can be fascinated and think we are really cool and important. That's what it is. Like, it's so bonkers. Like, these type of, like, you can say books are so stupid, dude. Like, they have the wildest claims with no information to back it up and nothing actual substance wise, and it's just bunch of mumbo jumbo made up nonsense. And these, like, some so-called glazers would just take it like the Bible. Like, there was a guy recently whom I posted about, who turned out to be a nonce. Like, he was saying pretty questionable things in the Discord chat. I posted about his like screenshots and stuff. And yeah, this guy would like find one of these records where it says that, oh, a bear could kill an orca, and then he would be like, oh, look at that, the bear kills an orca right here. I mean, there could be so many books. There are books that say there are 500-kilogram tigers like this. Does that mean there are 500-kilogram tigers in the wild? Probably not, because they don't grow that big. At least not in the wild. Maybe in captivity, some obese one could be, but not in the wild. So again, people with these, like, first of all, the butt pictures should be reduced a bit, because always these butt comparisons look so stupid. And secondly, like, people might ask, what is my thought on this, the tiger versus lion? And I would say they're evenly matched. Okay? Tigers and lions are evenly matched. It's a 50-50. Like, whatever advantage these people try to claim that the one of the cats have is so minute, so tiny, and so insignificant, it wouldn't even matter in the fight. Like, it could just vary from individual to individual. Like, look at humans, for example, okay? There are people with like biceps as wide as my thighs. And then I have like scrawny arms. So does that mean we are two different species? No. There is a lot of variation in tigers and lions. You could find really skinny tigers and you could find really bulky lions. Similarly, you could find really skinny lions and really bulky tigers. Doesn't really mean anything. There is like not that much difference between them. Yes, tigers are, like, the largest tigers are a bit heavier and a bit longer than the biggest, longest lions. True. However, the largest lions are a bit taller than the tigers. So again, that balances it out. It's not a huge difference that their fans claim them. In terms of feats, they're pretty much evenly matched. Both of them are capable of killing really big animals. Both of them can kill big animals by themselves. It's true that lions do it more often in a pride because they are a social animal, but that's not to say that lions can't hunt by themselves. They absolutely can. So the whole claim about, one being superior to other is just dumb. Because underneath the skin, these two animals are remarkably similar. Like, to the common eye, they can't even look at it and tell them apart. And this is why I would probably never do a video that specifically discussed as lion versus tiger, because this is a overdone debate that never goes anywhere. It's just some people will pick and choose all the time. Like some of the people I've shown you, they would always pick and choose, one skinny individual from one species and like a really robust individual from another species, and they will like compare, oh look, the tigers are weak or lions are weak. And also like people who often post the videos of Chinese zoos where the tigers and lions fighting. Those zoos keep animals in horrible conditions. In general, if an animal is in captivity, that's not its full potential, because captivity affects animals in different ways. For example, captivity is particularly bad on solitary animals, because usually, especially predators, because usually they have massive areas and they're like crammed in, and they usually don't get much exercise, and due to that their health declines and they become really sickly. On the other hand, captivity can be great for animals that usually are, hibernating. For example, bears do really well in captivity. Does that mean bears should be kept in captivity? Probably not, because no animal does particularly well in captivity in general. But again, that doesn't really prove much about the health of the animals, neither does it prove much about the combative prowess of either animals. So any cases of, tiger kills lion in this captivity place, or this lion killed tiger in this captivity place, is not a conclusive answer, because again, captive tigers are nowhere as powerful as as free tigers like in the wild, and same with lions. Captive lions are nowhere as robust and powerful as the wild lions. So to say that, oh, this takes advantage, is just stupid. Okay, it's just mumbo jumbo pseudoscience that just people made up to make a claim. That's all it is. And this is the reason, like, I did the tiger versus bear video because bears and tigers are different enough that you can discuss them. Like, they do have legitimate advantages or disadvantages against each other. So in order to do a versus battle, I think the two animals need to be at least different enough that you can discuss their strengths and weaknesses. On the other hand, if the two animals are too similar, like let's say lions and tigers, pumas and jaguars, or jaguars and leopards, or I don't know, maybe polar bears and brown bears, or anything like that, unless there is like a huge size difference, for example, lion versus leopard, or polar bear versus, like, say, black bear, unless there is like a huge size difference, there isn't much to do there. Like, they're basically the having similar advantages and disadvantages, and there is no real, edge to any of them. So this is why in future, if I do a versus battle, I want to do a battle that is different enough, like two combatants are different enough from each other that the battle is interesting. So this is why anyone who's going to make a battle suggestion, keep that in mind. If the two animals are way too similar to each other, I probably won't do it. Okay, so anyone probably gonna suggest, I don't know, uh, maybe maybe a battle between like two T-Rexes, or maybe you can say, oh, what about Giganotosaurus versus Meraxes gigas? Again, not really different enough. So suggest something that is at least two different distinctive species with two different body plans. If you suggest, like, okay, Carcharodontosaurus versus Spinosaurus, that's an interesting fight. Or I don't know, gorilla versus leopard, that could be another interesting fight. But suggest anything that is not basically the two same animals fighting against each other. So with that, I would conclude this video. The next video probably will be the 5 most overrated slash glazed animals, and yeah, that's all. Either way, remember to like, comment, share, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And as always, ooh, ah, 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 ah.